Check one, check two. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're going to try this one more time. Man, it's nice having spin on my tokens, isn't it? Don't you love having the weekends off? This game is so cool. Can't say that enough. So, what do you like in a video game? Do you play racing games? Maybe if you're watching this, you might. Well, what do you like in a racing game? I think the most obvious answer for me is one thing. I'm gonna like the graphics, and I told you I like the sound in this one. The sound in this one is so cool. But there's something else. And it's really one thing. And I think everybody feels this way. I think most people don't realize it. I like the feeling of going fast, right? That's what I like. And some games just have it. Some games, in fact, all the games I've played have had it. That's why I stuck with them. The last I said, of course, WRC 7 and 8. Ooh. Yeah. These games feel fast. This game. I can't even tell yet because I'm not able to link up enough turns to really get the speed. But I have the feeling that this is going to be the fastest feeling game I've ever played. And that's why it's so hard to stay on the road. Because I'm not going fast enough. You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning. One thing I will say is that driving the same course, this is the Laser Scan Wells course again, in the same car. I kind of cheat a little bit. Because if you were really trying to learn to drive a rally car, some of those drivers have never even driven the course before. So what you do is you don't play the same one over and over again. You play a different one every time. This is what the pros do. And you learn that way, the exact opposite way of running the same one over and over again. I don't know. Maybe the pros don't do that, who knows? But that's what they should do. I have done that. I did that on the last game. I loved it. It was so much better than driving the same race over and over again. And then, of course, after doing that for a while, I picked a course and I started really driving it over and over again. So what makes a game feel fast? Well, it's pretty hard to feel fast in a game because you're not going anywhere. You're just sitting still. In fact, you can get quite nauseous from playing these games for too long. If you've never had that feeling, it's not good. I have found that it's gone away quite a bit for me after racing for a while. Oh, and my favorite thing to do, I was just thinking about this, is to turn on a fan. But, come on. See how I lost traction there? As soon as I ran off the inside there, my car couldn't stay on the road. That's a very important thing. You want all four tires on the ground all the time. you want good traction. You're not always going to have all 4 tires, but especially when you're braking. Look at that. Look at that. And it's because when I'm going around that corner, I'm hitting those little bumps. And those bumps are sending me. But anyway, good control. I mean, one thing that I saw in this game that was amazing is they have a camera that does the inside of the wheel. And you can see the wheel when you go around turns distorting the way a wheel distorts on the road. Oh, come on. Same deal. You saw the bump? You saw the bump before I immediately flew off the road. And some people would be mad about that. And I'm a little irritated, but I'm just learning it. And what I realize is this is the game. This is real life. This is real life. This is what happens if you hit a bump in real life where you're trying to do 70 around a corner in gravel, What do you think happens? So I'm not even mad. I'm impressed, Ooh, cha-cha. So another thing that the pros are going to be able to do that you're probably not able to do is to hit your pace notes, like that corner right there. I knew it was coming. It's the only way I didn't go straight off the right side of it. Get on there. Look at this inside stuff. These things are hard as hell. Watch this. Oh, I thought I was going to hit one. Those things do not move. They're not leaves. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, you got to be able to, like just now, I wasn't really watching, but you got to be able to watch your pace notes. And like I was thinking about turning the heads-up display off because I like it more that way. Oh, no, watch this. Ooh. See, that's called don't cut on the pace notes. Because if you try to cut that inside of that corner, you're going to hit those logs. And that, you can't cut that corner. You know what I'm saying? That corner cuts you. Yeah. How's it sound? So yeah, you want to listen to your pace notes? For sure. And I don't have audio when I've got the mic on. I usually don't ride with audio that much. It's definitely a disadvantage because it helps so much. Ooh. Did you hear me hit the gas there to stay on the road? That's how you do it. I'm telling you, this game's going to be fast when I figure it out. I just know I don't have it figured out right now. So bear with me. Give me 2 weeks to stay on the road and start winning some races. Whoa, that looks so trippy. The light and the broken glass. Boom, it's happening now. This is actually, the road has gotten much narrower. I don't know if you can tell, but I like this race because it kind of has that variation between kind of wider open roads. Not really that many open roads. I kind of like things with really open roads, if you can't tell. But especially to get warmed up. But the trees keep it from being an open road here in this steep bank. Open and flat is kind of crazy to get started on. But yeah, this sort of sometimes technical roads. I mean, the ideal run. We got, I think, the Mexico long run over there and the WRC Generations. It starts out very technical. You're on the top of this mountain, and you kind of have to like wiggle your way down the hill. I mean, I'm talking big turns, back and forth, zigzagging. And then it starts, maybe it's the Mexico long one in reverse. Yeah, because I think normally you'll end in that technical part. But what I like is to go technical at the beginning and really wiggle my warm-up, and then, boom, open wide up. Man, what a great race. Those really long races in Generations, now that is prime time simulation. They're like 30 kilometers, some of them. It's amazing. You're lucky to get in and out of one of those in under a half hour when you're getting started. One race. I mean, you just get immersed. Even if you've ridden it multiple times, you can't remember all the turns for a long, long time. And that's all right. It's not what you want. You want to be reacting to your pace notes. You know? Man, I was looking at some corners there. So, if you want to race rally, and you probably don't, because it is a lot of turning. And when I said that simulations can make you a little nauseous, rally's the bumpiest one. What do you want from me? Oh yeah, that was rich. Well, that felt good though. Let's do it again, and then we'll take a break. Man, I took a nap today. I gotta give a review of that. Naps. 5 stars. I would give it 6 stars, I think. Ooh, what's your kneecaps, Marshall? Oh, man. I wonder if I save a little second or two by getting closer to the starting line. Or actually, do I lose a second or two because it starts when I cross the starting line. My timer, I don't know. That's the way my old game used to be. Interesting. Maybe you want to have like a few feet to get your speed up before it starts. Yippee! Not bad. Get up there. Not bad. So, I don't know if we talked about this. We talked about this in the last stream, but if you obviously hadn't seen it yet, it's about warming up, man. You can't just go hit your turns your first lap. I mean, like, when I say you can't hit them, I mean you physically are not capable of hitting your lines until you're warmed up. I mean, maybe the pros can. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. I don't think so. I think these fast twitch muscles need some kind of like activation before they can come to life. And if you try to go down those lines, maybe other people are talking about this, but if you try to hit the same lines at the same speed before you're warmed up, you will just slide off the road. And this is any game. I mean, once you're going fast. I mean, I'm obviously not anywhere near fast in this game. Oh, come on. Not bad. The difference between what I did and the perfect turn there is under 100th of a second. You know, and this game is just, your reaction time has to be in the thousandths of a second, really. It's nonsense. But what you want to not even be reacting. You want to be anticipating, proacting. So, okay. Driving with your feet. What's driving with your feet? Okay, hit the brake. Hit the brake right before I get to the turn. Now, I don't know what I'm doing. I've just been racing. I'm not a racing coach. I haven't been coached, you know. So if there's anybody out there who knows more about this than me, feel free to correct me, okay? But what I like to do is I come into a hard turn like this one, and I try to get the brake on all 4 wheels hard, like this, you know? And that'll give you a really quick stop. And I hit the brake before I start turning. And if I have gotten sufficiently stopped, then when I get to the turn, if it's what I need, and I don't know if it's what I need for that turn, but right now it is. When I get to the turn, I'm not sliding off the road because I applied that brake and then I rolled through the corners, not slid to the corners a lot of times. Ooh, don't cut, he says. Don't cut. See, the thing about the dome cuts are I can't see them as easily out of the corner of my eye when I'm driving and not doing the audio. So soon I will have the audio with the pace notes. But the problem is, how am I going to get the pace notes in my ear? Maybe I just turn them down. Ooh, big turn. Because, dude, I don't know how I'm supposed to talk with that dude yelling at me the whole time. I maybe just turn it off when we're on the stream. I don't know. I have no idea because it's pretty annoying. Ba-ba-da-la-da. Ooh. Can you hear the Dapple shuddering? Yeah. See, I got a little bit of a slide initiated there. The slides in this game are pretty hard, but I feel like it's a part of the whole thing of just being a fast game. I think I'm just not. That's that same place both times. There's bumps right there. I went slower on that last corner and not slow enough around that one. So, yeah, I love this. I don't know what it is about this, but it helps me relax. So if you've never tried it and you wonder, oh, would that help me relax? Then maybe you should try it, because if driving helps you relax, rally driving will help you relax. And I tell you what, oh, there's a big turn. I started to recognize it as the tops of those trees right there. They were brown. Ooh, not a bad cut. Thought I was going to lose it there. Man, this game is just unforgiving. The second I start to think, oh, I can speed up, I know what I'm doing, right in the ditch. And then the ditch just got giant bumps on it or huge trees. And, ooh, not that it would be impossible for me to go a little slower. I think it's just tempting me to go fast. I told you I like to go fast in this games. It's asking me, oh, there's my hood. It's showing me the speed it has. I'm telling you, man. Give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. I'm going to try to race every day. We'll practice. And, yeah, I'll get going. I'll figure this game out. I can already tell this game. Ooh, that was pretty good. I felt like I was sliding that whole turn. Just a little bit. That's how slippery that gravel is, man. Some of these corners, I wonder why they've done that. And who knows, maybe if I was accelerating harder, I would slide less. It's hard to say. Or the slide would be more controlled, or I don't know. Sometimes accelerating. Ooh. Sometimes you gotta make a little 360 there. And somehow the windshield has survived so far, even that first tree hit. You kidding me? Alright, so I'm gonna brake now. Slide. Gas. And see how the gas straightens up your slide. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about how that works. What you do, and this is amazing that this exists inside of the simulation, but when you brake, the weight actually slings up to the front of the car, okay? That's called weight transfer. Some cars have it better than others. Some games have it better than others. And so what you want to do is you want to hit those brakes into the corner, allow that weight transfer to sling the back end around. The weight comes to the front, the back becomes light and slides around the corner a little faster. This is racing. And you don't even have to hit the brakes. You can let off the gas and sometimes get a little bit of a weight transfer. That's what I just did there. I'm doing it for you there. And again, it's about controlling it still, but it's not easy. So you go into the corner with the slide, hit the gas. That gas then transfers the weight back into the back of the car, and off you go. Pretty cool, huh? Easier said than done. Oh, easier said than done. Oh, there's the windshield. There you go. I don't know. So, let's see if I can do it again. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. You'll hear me hitting the gas pedal. I mean, the gas pedal's, it's not particularly loud. I'm stomping on it. And that's the kind of hardware you're going to need to do this, because that's what real racing feels like. Pedals are very important. Getting nice pedals is important. So, what rig did I end up getting was the R5, the Moza R5. And it is perfect beginner rig. You know, part of it's because it works with the Xbox out of the box and with the PC. First time using on the PC with this game, it just snapped in. No sweat. I mean, I had to do a tiny bit of setup. The buttons didn't automatically map, for example. I mean, it didn't turn or accelerate or anything until I went into the menu and added it to both Assetto Corsa and the rally game. Go Italy. What do you say we do one more? Oh, so what helps with nausea? Did I say what helps with nausea? Check this out. And this is another thing I can't do during the stream, but hey, I'm just glad I got the mic up. I hope this sounds good. Let me know if it sounds good. But a fan gently blowing on my face. And, you know, I heard about people syncing fans up to the speed that they're going. And they have that now. That's a part of sim racing. But no, just having a fan blowing on your face like you're moving down the road. Whoa. I can go for an hour if I put a fan on my face. It's amazing. And then I get nauseous. I mean, everybody, I think, gets nauseous if they do it for too long. Maybe not the pros. If you race for enough. But maybe some people don't feel it. Not a great feeling. Like, it's like reverse car sick, you know? Come on. Look, Italy. Hey, he's on my team, even though his head turns all around. That's good. Maybe he'll curse the other racers. It's demonic powers. Come on, baby. Still, though. So you might have heard me hit the gas then. But what I was saying on the other stream was, I will turn a camera. As soon as I can get the camera set up, it will be on my feet instead of on my hands. And that's because, man, the feet are the real stars of the show if you're racing. And I'm doing a terrible job right now. You know, I'm just playing around. I'm kind of wasting time because I can do better than this. Yeah, I could be trying a little harder, and probably should. But you know, sometimes it's nice to just drive Miss Daisy. Kind of put some junk miles on the track. Just have fun. Not everything has to be so serious, you know. I got plenty of serious stuff in my life. Weight transfer, accelerate. Weight transfer, accelerate out of it. Weight transfer, accelerate. So I let off the gas now, hit the gas. Off the gas, hit the gas. Off the gas, in the ground. On the gas, off the gas. On the gas, off. On, off, on. Off the road. Oh, poor gas. Yeah, that's how it works. They call me Twinkle Toes. I think this is how everybody races. I have watched a little bit of YouTube about it. But, yeah. If you know more than I know, or have you driven, please. Golly, I'm all over the place. See, I don't know why. Sometimes it just gets wobbly. I think maybe the See, now this is more like it. Windshield before you make it around the first hairpin. Can I just say that I love Italy? What a cool place. Not perfect. Got some weird stuff. Sure. But man, what a cool place. Do you think it's just because they've had such a long culture? You know, am I talking about the Roman Empire again? So, one trick that I just used there is I pushed the wheel. So, okay, I don't know if you know this part yet, but as you're turning, you can feel when you get to the point of the most traction. That's why you actually need a steering wheel in order to play these games, is because when you hit the fastest line, you will feel it kind of like a little ridge that you're running into with the steering wheel, and that's sort of like your maximum traction around the corner. Now, at that point in time, there's some options. If you need more slide at that point in time, push through the ridge and you'll initiate the slide. So I'm pulling. Oop. Just pull right through. And then if you pull right through and then steer back really quickly, it'll drop into a nice little controlled slide. Just like that. And you can keep doing that. If you need a little longer slide, boom, you can bounce right back over that bump. And basically that's where the tires are losing grip. And what you're doing in there when you steer over it is called oversteer. You steer past the recommended amount and it initiates a slide. And that's just how it is. Oh, big. See, when you see the tops of those trees coming over that hill, did you see them that time, guys? It wasn't fast enough. Watch out, Italy. Okay. What's good in Italy? Just don't get me wrong. Out in the street, they yell at you and stuff. But then they hug each other. They yell and wave their hands around and then hug and kiss and move about their lives. Now, maybe we could, if we would just, we yell at people in traffic, but we don't hug and kiss afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Mangiano. The food, man. The food, right? But I think maybe the food makes the people cooler. It's so healthy and enjoyable, and they take the time, the 2-hour dinners, the wine. God, Italy is so cool. Love it. Haven't been there in a long time, though. We should go back. So cool. Greece. Now that place is amazing. Got all over the road. Oh, somebody's here. Accelerate out of that corner really quickly. That worked great. Yeah, sometimes you just need more gas for control. Yeah, driving with your feet. Oh, now we're back on that little narrow spot. There we go. That's feeling pretty good. Here's a big corner. Weight transfer, gas. I'm a little early on that one. One thing that the pros definitely do, and you'll learn this when you race on like circuit racing or whatever it's called, like I said, of course, is the people who know what they're doing are braking harder and later. And that makes the corners much faster. And so what happens is you're following people who know what they're doing. and they break very quickly when they break. You see their lights come on, and you try to hit the brakes at the same time, and you're running right into them, running off the road. It's amazing. I think the cooler part that I didn't understand about those games until I was actually playing them for the first time is that, okay, so here I'm going against the clock, which is cool, and there's other people, but there's nobody else on the road with me, and that's okay. I love this. Rally's my favorite, okay? So don't get me wrong. But the thing that I like a lot about circuit races, or whatever you want to call that, is like even when you're playing against the computer, it's amazing. If you try to go around, hang on a second. If you try to go around somebody, they notice and they try to block you. Okay. Damn. I wonder if I can pop the comment section. Oh, sorry, I got a call. What's happening when that happens? I'm getting a phone call. Can I just put the comment section on the screen like this? No. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. How would I do that? Let me just bring it over here like this. Oh, I think I did it. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Is that too much in my driving view? Oh, yeah. Fabulous. Fabulous. Oh, no, that didn't work. Let's see if I can get that to pop back up there. Yeehaw! Alright, here we go. I'm going to try to do the window tab. Let's see if I can. Is it still drive? No, it won't drive if I click on that window. I'm going to have to do something like pin on top or something like that. That's probably a thing. We'll figure it out, Yos. Don't worry. I do care about your comments. I gotta come out of here so I can get that where I can see it again. For when the homies get in the chat. I can't be letting down the homies. Alright. Oh, that was the end of the race. Well. Alright, what games are you guys playing these days? You playing the new Arc Raiders? That's what everybody's saying. Peak. Let me know. I want to know what you're playing. Because I like to play some stuff every now and then. Not all the time. But every now and then. Especially these racing games. Super relaxing. Can't say enough about getting a fan and playing it, just putting it on your face if it makes you nauseous. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. Ooh, sorry, Marshall. You think they only docked me 5 points for taking that guy's kneecaps off? 5 seconds? Huh. And we're off. I think I might have one more in me. I don't know. It'd probably be better to try another track. I can't even stay on this one though. I do feel like maybe riding the same track a few times until you can just get the feel of the new game is kind of acceptable. But how many times is that? Is that 100 times? And how much are you really learning? Like, I don't know anything about tarmac in this game. Quite a bit of a different ride. I mean, I'd probably be not sliding off the road at all if it wasn't gravel. Gravel is slippy, and this one is particularly slippy. I'm telling you, though, I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, that was it. Oh, that's so close. So close, and I'm totally upside down. This game is, I've been calling it unforgiving. Which is fun. That's what I want. I want it to be hard. I want it to be realistic. And that's what's fun for me. So I think that's a part of, hello. A part of the sim driving. You know, ooh, ouch. Ouch. That's what happens if you text and drive. Yeah, if you expect it to be easy, you need to look for a different game, especially than this game. This game is particularly hard to stay on the road. But this is what people who want simulation are tending to find. It's like more realistic is harder to stay on the road. If you want something easier, you want something more arcade is what that's called, which is fine. Those are cool too. I like those games too, and I used to play those a lot growing up, like Need for Speed kind of games where it just feels like it wants to stay on the road better. And I'll tell you, when you're using a controller, you gotta have a game like that. Now there are some nice ones that are kind of in the middle. I think the WRC games are kind of in the middle. That's what I've been used to. It's called more of like a Simcade, arcade and simulator combined. Simcade. That's most people. Most people don't need to get more realistic than that with a steering wheel. If you don't have a steering wheel and your controller only, stick to an arcade game. Nobody's going to be mad at you. You're not getting... It's a different type of racing game. But steering wheels have come way down. The Logitech one's really nice. I'm not getting paid to say that. I tried it first, just to see if it was worth getting into steering wheels. Direct drive's way better. Moses better with the R5, not expensive. You like the error effect I'm doing with my voice? What do you mean? Am I making a sound when I'm crashing? Boom. The sound effects help you understand what I'm doing. I am expressing myself. Can you hear me well? Or do I need to talk louder or closer to the mic? I just moved in a little bit. God, I can't ever get that turn. I'm always inside when I need to be outside. That's the problem. I like to drive on the left side of the road. I've noticed this a lot. I think it's because I feel slightly more in control because I can see down the left line a little better. See, I'm going to drift towards the inside a lot. Not this game. This game I'm going to be forced to go to the middle. There's too many little tiny things. Look at that ditch, dude. See, I could have made that turn if I was too close to that middle or the inside because of those giant things. Anyway, that's how it works. Oof, I messed that one up. The viewers at home were probably telling me, you're going too fast. That's the third time I've done that corner like that. Well, that's what happens when you miss the live stream. You can't comment that I'm going too fast. Of course, if I'm going too fast and then I look at the comments, then I'm definitely going to crash. Alright, wait, you didn't tell me. Are you still there? Wow. And it's like I'm clearly not accelerating while that's going on, but I've got so much momentum. I'm driving a lot with one hand now. It does not make it easier, I'll tell you anything. But that's what it takes to use a shifter and the e-brake. So you gotta be able to pull these corners with one hand, with your left hand. I'm practicing hitting the shifter. I do have paddle shifters here, and they will, maybe I'll end up using paddle shifters. But right now I drive on like a hybrid manual automatic where if I want to downshift like in this corner here, I can just hit the paddle. I hear that paddle clicking. It's nice. I will say that downshifting into some corners will give you that exceptional pull to get you back out of the corner. But I don't use it enough. So, yeah, I think I was talking about this earlier, and I probably can't say this enough. I can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, feels nice. Like when you're hitting a couple corners, you're linking a couple corners. Oh, it felt nice for 1 minute. But I'm telling you, this game's gonna be fun and fast. And if you come back to the stream in 2 weeks, it's gonna be way more fun to watch. It's gonna feel way more fast. Because I'm barely hitting throttles. I am babying this thing, and I am still all over the place. But it also just means it's doing stuff. For me, it means I'm going to have to work harder. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. When you go around a corner, you're not taking one strike at it. Right? You're adjusting 20 times every corner. That is when you're going to get better. That is what the game is. And that's how it works. Okay. I gotta go.